Good morning everyone, and welcome back to Breakout Studios live online videos. I'm Taylor. We're going to be doing some Pointe technique this morning. So I still have to get on my shoes as well, so I'll kind of talk to you a little bit about the class that we have today while I get my boots on. For today we have a pretty good variety of recycled combinations, new combinations, recycled combinations with a new twist to them, so we can still work on what we need to work on as well. We have some long combinations, some short and sweet, a little bit of a variety of everything. Guys, feel free to modify anything that we do if you want to make it a little bit more challenging and put just one hand on the bar instead of facing the bar to add a little extra challenge to that as well, or just have a light, maybe one finger, just kind of like piano finger grip. Bars, we're doing combinations facing the bar, that's a good option too. Or if we do a combination with one hand on the bar, I think we have one of those today. There's not a lot of relevés, but feel free to change it facing the bar as well, just to feel a little bit more secure in that. We'll just be at the bar today. We're not going to be coming set off the bar anything in the center, so we'll just be right at home in our bar. So yes, finishing getting on the last little bit of my shoes here, and then we will get going. Our first class of spooky season has officially begun. All right. I have one of these ribbons hanging on by I think like one thread. So we'll see. I always remember that it's hanging on by a thread as soon as I hit go live. So we'll see if it stays on today. All right. Let's see if my music is loud enough. With our warm-up, let me just get comfortable in my shoes. Like we all have our little one thing we have to do before we get going. I'm gonna turn up the brightness on my phone. It might kind of freeze up for y'all for a second, but it'll come right back. It's just so dark. Okay, there we go. So we'll be facing our bar. We're going to start off with some prances, really rolling through and articulating through our feet. So we'll start with our right leg and we'll have 8 prances. So 1, up, down, and 3, and 4, and 5, and 6, and 7, and 8. Then we have a roll through normal, 2, and up, lower straight, and then a roll through reverse. And over, plie. And then we'll repeat starting with the left leg. Prance, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Roll through, keeping those heels glued together, trying to leave the heels where they are as you straighten the knees. And lower straight, reverse roll through, press the floor away, over, plie, rotate to first position. And then first and second are different. We have our demi and point, and demi, down, demi, push over, really rotating from the hip socket so we're not sickling, demi, and down, other side, over, demi, demi, push over, and then we have our roll through, and reverse, and we repeat it, roll through, and reverse, and then we tandu out to second, it'll be the same thing there, so demi, and point, and demi, down, demi, rotating both knees, push over, demi, down, other side, demi, push over, and then our roll through, again trying to rotate the heels forward and leaving them there as you straighten and down, reverse the roll through, plie, roll through, and reverse the roll through, and tendu back to first. After that, oh man, after that we'll take a calf stretch on your own timing. There'll just be a little bit of music left, and we'll just stretch out those calves after all that before moving on. So our 8 roll throughs, or sorry, our 8 prances, roll through, reverse, other side, 8 prances, roll through, reverse, turn out to first. Demi point, demi down, push over, demi point, demi down, push over, roll through, reverse, roll through, reverse. Repeat that in second, and then just finish off with a calf stretch. As we do these prances, really make sure that we're not just going like this. We want to make sure that we're going all the way up on a full point on both, and then with the leg coming down, we want to fully articulate. Act like someone's trying to hold your heel and you're trying to push something down with your heel as we transition through. So we're really resisting and articulating through all the stages as we roll down. All right, here we go, parallel. And metatarsals. So we'll have, and this combination has a part A and part B. So the first one's a little bit more slow, working on articulation, and the second part, we'll be doing faster, springier releves to get a little bit more pep in our releve. So part A, we'll have plie. We've seen this one before. Plie, releve, just the toes, just the toes. Plie, releve, just the toes, just the toes. Plie, releve, lower straight, press up, lower straight, press up, lower straight. tendu second. Repeat that in second. Yeah, and remember our second position in pointe shoes is a little bit smaller than when we start out our technique class with a big grand plie. Yeah, so you want to kind of have just half a foot's distance here. Oh, don't lean back. Plie, releve. Try to leave the heels where they are, and it's just the toes, not even a demi-pointe, just our toes break. Plie, releve. Stay at the same height, just the toes. One more plie, releve, lower straight, press up, lower straight, press up, lower straight, tendu to second, or sorry, first. And then we have part B. Part B is just 4 slow, and 1, hold, hold, and 2, hold, and 3, hold, and 4, and 6 fast. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, tendu to second. Oh my goodness, what is happening right here? And then we repeat that in second. So 4, slow, and up, hold, releve, hold, and 3, and 4, 6 fast. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, plie, tendu back to first. Yeah, so we have our part A, plie, releve, just the toes, plie, releve, just the toes, plie, releve, lower straight, press up, lower straight, press up, lower straight, tendu second, plie, releve, just the toes, plie, releve, just the toes, plie, releve, lower straight, press up, lower straight, press up, lower straight, tendu first. And then 4 slow, 1, hold, 2, and 3, and 4, 6 fast. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, plie, tendu second. And repeat that in second. Yeah, so these 4 slow aren't really slow, we just have an extra little hold, but we still want to spring up there just as fast as our 6 fast. And even though we're getting faster and peppier in here with our releves, we still want to make sure as we're coming down. So if I went up here, when I'm coming down, what I don't want to do is just plop down to my heels. Oh my God. Plop down to my heels and then plie. It's not what I want to do. If I were to do this in slow motion, I would have my little break here at the toes like we worked on. Right away, my knees start bending, and then I resist my heels to cushion that plie. And now even faster. Yeah, so make sure that we're not just slamming our heels down and then plieing last minute. That plie happens as soon as our toes break. All right, here we go. First position. So many releves. And plie, releve, just the toes, plie, up, and toes. One more plie. Now straight, up, lower, and second. Plie, releve, toes. Plie, releve, same height, just the toes. One more plie. Straight. Ready for slow, and hold, and spring up, and 3, now 6 fast, and 1, spring up, cushion the plie, tendu to second, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, 6 fast, up, spring it down, 6, and first. Whoo! Stretch it out. That was a lot of releves. All right, now we're going to be going up on our one-legger, assemble up to susu that we've seen before. Let me see if I want. drawstring here is like digging into one of my bones, but oh well. So we'll start in the 5th position. So like we've talked about so much with this type of combination when we assemble up to releve, we want to keep that weight, our hip bone over our toe, over our knee as we're in plie. So we have that weight over the ball of our foot. We don't want to have the heel lifted. We don't want to get Achilles tendonitis, but there's no weight in that heel. My teacher used to say you could slide a little piece of paper underneath that heel. Not a thick chunk of paper, but just a single little piece of paper we could slide underneath there. So we'll be in 5th position, and we'll have slide out 1, get your weight over more, 2, up, 3, and 4, pas de cheval. So coupe, resist, down, close, straight to 5th. Same thing side and back. 1, and weight over the ball of your foot, assemble the sous-sus. Pas de cheval, resist to 5th, to the back. And 1 and 2, sous-sus. Pas de cheval, and down, and 5th. And then a little different, slide out, sous-sus, lower straight. Slide out, sous-sus, lower straight. And then we start with the left, yeah. And so those lower straights in sous-sus, we're into 5th, we're in sous-sus, the working leg just gets out of the way, and then we lower there into our 5th position. So then we start to the left. We have 2 little slides out to really make sure that weight is over the ball of our foot. 1 and 2, scoop up, assemble. Pas de cheval, resist as you lower, and 5th. Slide out, sous-sus. Pas de cheval, and lower, and 5th. To the back, slide out, scoop it up. Pas de cheval, and resist, and 5th. Slide out, sous-sus, lower straight. Slide out, sous-sus, lower straight. And then we'll finish. All right, here we go. So really resisting as we come down. Don't slam that heel down again. And keep that center line over the ball of our foot, not our heel. All right, here we go. After this combination, we have a tendu, so we'll take a break from, there's like some sous-sus, but we'll take a break from a lot of releves. Here we go. And hopefully I can get to the bar in time. Here we go. Slide out to sous-sus. Grow taller, pas de cheval. 5th. To the side. Out. Out, sous-sus. Pas de cheval. Out. 5th. To the back. Out. 4, 2, assemble and scoop up that lower abdominals. Pas de cheval. Little different side. Slide out, sous-sus, lower straight. Slide out, sous-sus, lower straight. Here we go. 1, 2, scoop it up. Pas de cheval, resist down to the side. And back. 2, scoop it up. 5th. And slide out, sous-sus, lower straight. Slide out, sous-sus, lower straight. And finish, good. All right, good. Before we move on to that tendu, try one of those assemblés or assembling up to sous-sus. Make sure I noticed this myself as I went up onto Pointe. I kind of perched back ever so slightly. And if I didn't have the bar with me, I knew I was gonna fall back. So try that in addition to keeping that weight over the ball of our toe. Another thing we wanna think about as we assemble up to sous-sus is I'm thinking down, down, close the ribs, keep everything engaged on my abdominals, lower and 5th. So as soon as I press up to releve, I'm also thinking at the same time, ribs closed. Not at the expense that this happens, but length and ribs closed here. So just try that wherever, side or back or front. Slide out, ribs close. Keep them closed, yeah. And then we notice we can have a lighter grip there on the bar as well. All right, Now we're gonna have one hand on the bar. There is a su-su in this, so if you prefer to keep both hands on the bar, that's great. If not, we'll do lots of tendus with one hand on the bar and a little su-su at the end. So we'll have, let's see, there we go. Let's keep the arm side, minus the su-su. So we're gonna have 2 counts out, 2 counts in, 1 and 1, 1 and 1. Tendu, demi push, and fifth. Little allongé plie. My front foot goes to my back foot. Su-su, plie, and down. Or I should say my working leg is gonna go to my standing leg because it might change. To the side, 2 counts out, 2 counts in, 1, 1, 1. Out, demi push, close. Little allongé the last tendu, plie. My working leg scoops to my supporting leg, su-su, plie, and down. Same thing en croix, so to the back, 2 counts out, 2 counts in, 1, 1, 1. 1, demi push, close, allongé, plie. Here we go, ribs closed, plie, and stretch. Same thing side, 2 counts out, 2 counts in, 1 count, 1 count, 1 count, 1 count, out. Put a little weight here. Demi, push the floor away, fifth, allongé, plie, su-su. On that last su-su, either arms in fifth high or bring them down so they're a little closer to the bar to first. And we're just gonna kind of feel our balance there in su-su. Even in that moment, you can face the bar and just kind of light piano fingers, whatever you need, but we'll feel a little balance there in su-su. As we're feeling that balance in su-su, in addition to everything from upper body, our ribs closed, lengthen that lower spine, tailbone heavy down to the floor. You also want to imagine your inner thighs are locked and glued together, rotating against each other. So it's like 2 gears churning, whoosh, and they're locked together. So there's so much added force here in that su-su. So we're not kind of relaxing back here, but we're rotating that back leg, trying to push that front foot out of the way. The front foot is also rotating out. So there's a lot of stability in that rotation in the inner thighs. All right, here we go. So 2 counts out, 2 counts in, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, demi push, allongé, plie, su-su, and down. So not a scoop su-su. Our working leg goes to the supporting leg and then slides back out to plie. All right. Oh my goodness. Here we go. Another long one. And so 2 counts out. 2 counts out and toes come back. 1 toes back. 1 toes back. 1 demi push, and allongé, plie, su-su, down. 2 counts out, 2 counts in, out, fifth, out, demi push, fifth, allongé, ribs close as we su-su, to the back. Toes back, heel forward, don't sickle, allongé, plie, su-su, and side 2, out. And feel a little bounce there in su-su. Arms in fifth high or in first. We can go back to facing the bar. Lock those inner thighs and rotate them together. And plie. And finish. Good. All right, we'll go around to the other side. So really use that first slow tendu, the 2 counts out, 2 counts in, to feel that heel coming forward, the toes going back. So really trying to feel like we're in nice, soft, supple flat shoes to work through these blocks on our feet. All right, good. Let's go around to the left. Here we go. And two counts out and toes coming back. One in, one in. One demi-point, demi-point. Allongé, plie, sous-sus. And out for two. Out, fifth, point, fifth. Out, demi-push, demi-push. Allongé, plie, ribs close, sous-sus. Out, in, out, in. Don't stick here. Last time side. Demi push, work the toes. Sue, feel the balance. Inner thighs locked and rotating against each other. And plie. And finish. Good. All right. I don't know about you guys. My heart rate is elevated. So let's move on. We're going to do one, a little piqué up to some pas de cheval action. And here, this one we're working on a strong, sending energy down into a standing leg for strong ankles, strong standing legs. We're also going to be using some lovely body positions and working on extending out through our working leg, through our point shoe as we do those body positions. So we'll have our right leg front, fifth. Let me play the music so I don't just start shouting out timing and then we get to it and it's not at all what we wanted. Was it, which one did I use? Okay, so lots of body positions here. We're gonna have 5, 6. Let's just start facing, we're gonna be a little bit quasi. Yeah, so we're facing the bar, but our hips are kind of angled diagonally, like we're in center in a nice quasi position. But we have both hands on the bar. 5, 6, 7, 8. We're gonna fondue on 1, and out, sue. Oh, this bar is a little difficult, that's okay. And so we have quasi, let me start again. 5, 6, 7, 8. Fondue, quasi, sue, and fondue, efface, sue, and fondue, écarté en devant, sue, and fondue, écarté derrière, sue, and 1, out, arabesque, and 1, change, arabesque, croisé, and once again, balance, face on face, sue, 5, 6, 7. Now we have the other leg. 1, pas de cheval, 2, croisé, and down, effacé, out, and down, écarté, en devant, and down, écarté, derrière, and, down to arabesque, and down, arabesque, croisé, and face on fox, balance, 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 5, 6, 7, and 8. Yeah, so lots of changing, and the change happens when we pique up to that develope. Yeah, so I just did my croisé sous-sus, and I'm here, I'm fondu croisé. In order to turn to effacé, I come up to that coupe, and I rotate and down. I stay in effacé. In order to get to that écarté en devant, I come up, and I rotate this heel forward, and yeah, so the pattern is croisé, effacé, écarté en avant, écarté derrière. I think this is effacé, arabesque, croisé, croisé, and then we'll balance sous-sus. Yeah. So we're always changing. The hips change every single time. Croisé, effacé, écarté, écarté, effacé, croisé, and then just balance sous-sus on face. Yeah. So with this, in addition to thinking of those body positions, we're also thinking of sending that working leg, sending energy down into the floor. As this leg is rotating, we're sending energy out of that point shoe as we have our nice épaule on our upper body. Yeah, so we're really working on finessing those positions. I don't know the word I'm looking for, but you understand. All right, here we go. So we'll have our right leg front, right and left. And it's not too fast. 6, 7, 8. Fondu 1, out, 3, sous-sus. Fondu effacé, effacé, and fondu 2, écarté, and fondu, écarté derrière, and fondu change to arabesque open, fondu change to arabesque croisé, and on face sous-sus, feel that sous-sus, rotating the inner thighs together, close those ribs. Here we go, other side. Fondu croisé, and fondu effacé, and roll down, change, up, roll down, up, fondu, whoosh. And sous-sus, feel that balance. Plie, and finish. Good. Nice. I had a teacher who would give that combination a lot. Violette Verdi, I don't know if you know who she is, but she would give that combination a lot with fondus out. And I love it because not only does it work a lot of strength with the standing leg, but we also get to work on kind of sending energy out and making it so nice and articulate and expressive. And we get to work on those body positions that become center. And we start doing kind of more advanced stuff in our shoes. We kind of already have that foundation with this combination here. So, something to keep working on. Now let's go, we'll be working on scooping up to coupes and passes in one leg. This is our second to last combination. So we'll have our right leg front. Okay, here we go. So we'll have plie, coupe, sous-sus, plie, coupe, sous-sus, plie, coupe passé, sous-sus, plie, coupe passé, sous-sus, change. Then our side, plie, scoop it up, sous-sus, plie, scoop, sous-sus, plie, scoop it up, change, don't change, plie, passé, and we change, yeah. And let's do this twice through, so right, left, as we change that sous-sus, since it kind of travels a little bit back, we might just kind of have to take one little step forward as needed, so we're not doing the last one out here. Yeah, so as we change sous-sus, you might just have to take a little step forward. So we've been working on this concept a lot of scooping our front foot whoosh, over to that ankle, and then for passe, scooping it to the ankle, to the knee, and back down. So we're never relevating and then connecting. We don't want to do that because then we get to center and we fall that way. When we try to do a pirouette, we want to scoop it right away to our standing leg. So plie 1, coupe 2, sous, sous, 4. Plie 1, coupe 2, sous, sous, slow. Plie, passe, sous, sous. And plie, passe, and change. Maybe a little step forward. And then left. And then right. And then left. And same thing as we start going to those releves. Make sure that we're thinking of that scoop, but we're also thinking plie, releve, close the ribs, down, plie, engage the core, and down, so we don't start getting back here. All right, here we go. Don't go yet. Let me make sure this is the music guy. Yeah, that's good. Let me turn it up a little bit. All right, here we go. Scooping that coupe and closing those ribs. And turns in. Okay, our last combination, a little fun bourrée combination. Let me with some of my classes, and we start here, and we're going to travel and down and travel. We're going to do it here at the bar. Yeah, so we're going to be here in a little fondue, kind of admiring our little foot down there. To come to a bourrée, what we're going to do is what we did at the very beginning of the bar, scoop up to a sous-sous, and then we start bourrée. Yeah, so 5, 6, 7, 8, and a 1, 2, 3, down 4, and a 1, 2, 3, down 4, and a 1, 2, stay up 3, 4, arabesque, little turn, down, step down. Yeah, so now that we know the combination, the little details here. So once again, as we're down here, we're gonna scoop up to a sous-sous, and then put around that front foot, and the back foot is gonna travel us. And then we step down and plie to the other side. Scoop up, around that front foot, back foot travels us. We stay on point, down and down. And then scoop up, back foot travels us. We stay up 3, 4. We're kind of in a little quasi here. As we go to arabesque, same thing that we did in that combination with all of our body positions. We're gonna rotate that heel forward to a tiny arabesque. We stay on point, but we come down with this foot and step. And 2, 3, down 4, 4, right, 6, 6, down 8, and 1, 2, stay up, 3, reach, and step, step down, and 1, 2, 3, and 4, and bourrée, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, rotate that heel, step, step down. Yes, so if you have a little bar like this, I kind of forgot to preface this, if you have kind of an elongated space to hold on to, we can travel just slightly, you don't have to travel a whole bunch, travel a little, to really work the leg. If you don't have a space that allows you to travel, that's fine, but we can imagine that back foot crossing, even though we're not traveling, So when we travel, our front, allow that front foot to kind of give into that back, kind of resisting, to keep us in that place. So we're still the amount of cross benefits for bourrées. All right, here we go. Let's go to the music. Let's do it 4 times. Right, left, right, left. All right, here we go. So remember to nice supple knees. We don't want locked knees for bourrées. We don't want crab walks. Just nice supple knees. Back foot, back foot, back foot, back foot. Hard to say really fast. All right, I'm just taking this off. This is so annoying. All right. Here we go. Hopefully I can get to the bar in time. If I don't get to the bar in time, we're starting here. Okay. And 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, down 4, scoop, 2, 3, down 4, stay up, 2, stay up, 3, 4, rotate, and down, step down, scoop up, 2, Make sure that you stretch out your calves, roll out your arches with a tennis ball after stuff like this. But yeah, thank you. Have a nice rest of your week, and I will see you next Monday. Bye, everyone. Thank you.